Hi darlings, I'm literally editing this video right now. Completely forgot that I didn't record an intro, so this is my intro. Mind how I look, it's literally 12 o'clock in the morning, just ignore me. But yeah, I am carrying on watching. Go to the next clip, clearly. Okay, so brows are covered. I did 3 layers of the Blue Tack Blue Glow. Love this stuff. I've been using it for years. It's great. And then I just took a powder puff like this, some translucent powder, and just packed on top of the glue. I've let the glue dry before I've done this. So I'm just gonna sketch out my brows and I use concealer to sketch out like the shape, if you will. What I'll say before, don't go too high, because if you look too high when your wig comes on, you just look weird. I always say just start just where your brow begins, and obviously women have naturally like more arched up brows. Just follow it up, and you can obviously cover this with concealer, but before I do this I am going to colour correct with a orange colour corrector. This is the NYX Liquid Suede Lip in Orange County. Yeah, love this. Been using this for years to get rid of like a little bit of blue tinge here and blue on top of the brows, because my brows are really dark. So I'll come back. Okay, so I've done that. Obviously I like my brows pretty high, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously you don't need your brows as high as me. Obviously I've not drew them on yet. This is just like the bit of like my natural brow that's left. Like as you can see, it just grazes on top. But obviously you can do it as high or as low as you like. To me, this is a good length, because I like that really like snatched, pulled up. And I used to tape my hair here, and here, but as you can see it's like bald me a little, so I try not to do that much anymore. I just try and paint the brows a bit bitchier. I'm not a bitch, I promise. It's just how I paint my brows. So now I am actually going to paint on my brows. I like to use creams, and then I can go over powders and stuff. And to do that I am using, it's a new product of mine. I absolutely love it. If I can get it out, here we go. The Kevyn Aucion Sensual Skin Enhancer in shade SX12. I think that's the shade. It looks like this. It's like a warm colour. I just use what's in on the lid, and I'm just going to paint my brows on. And then I'm just going to clean it up with the same concealer I've used. I like to start off quite light and then make my way up. I'm going to take the powder puff with some more dark powder, and I'm just going to set it all. I like to do eyes first. I can always come in and I like to start off the brows quite thin. I always end up coming back and thickening them up. Anyway, I have just been through really bad experiences where I have drawn them really thick. To me, just look at my drag account and you'll see. But I like to look like I've had a couple of facelifts and a lot of Botox. So I'm just going to wipe this off, pick a palette. I have these 2 lovely palettes from W70s, the Vivids in Punchy Pink and Outrageous Orange. Love these. I've been playing around with them for the past couple of days and I think they are amazing. They don't have shade names, so I'll just like pick it up and show you what shade I'm going in with at the moment that I'm going in with it. So first I'm going to take a big brush like this. This is just a round like blender brush, and I am going to go in with this like hot pink at the bottom here. These are pressed pigments, so just to let you know, if you want to get these, you know, be careful. They are pressed pigments, so they are quite pigmented and you don't blend out the same like an eyeshadow. You've got to work a little bit harder. And I'm just going to pack this in to my crease. Obviously I'm not going to put it into my crease here. I'm going to put it into the brow bone, which you can pretty much see mine. I just find the socket and just like press in. The beauty of drag, it looks absolutely petrifying and hideous until it's all complete. So I'm just gonna really pack this in to the crease here. Well, on new crease anyway. Until I get that to the vibrancy that I like. That's pretty good. And the same on the other side. Just find your crease, follow your bones. That's the best advice I could give for someone who's doing drag. Obviously, different drag, different things. Like my drag has been through an evolution, darling. It's changed so much over the times. Like when I was like 16, 17, it was all about being a woman, you know. I would never dream of taking a glue stick to my brows. I'd just like tape up my face as much as I could so it was like up here and just paint. But now I'm like, I think I'm that nice balance between like femininity and drag. But you know, it's different for everyone. So now I've got that, I'm going to take this MAC 224 brush, my favourite blending brush, and I'm going to just start buffing. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to take a bigger brush. I want to get this taking a more bigger rounder. So I'm just taking a clean brush to the edges and just slowly starting to diffuse this up and out. Just like so. Just really getting in there. You've got to really work with these. They are pressed pigments, so they tend to blend a little bit harder. You've got to really work at them. Then I'm just going to take a little bit more of that pink and just re-emboss the colour again. Just like so. And then just do the same. Buff and blend. Okay. Now, just to make it a little bit more seamless, I'm gonna go in with this like orange shade here. It's slightly yellow. It's like a yellow undertone. So now let's just slowly start by putting it on the edges. I place and then blend. I find it just a little bit easier and quicker. Definitely, Joe, if you've got to do like quick drag, it's just easy to place, take a bigger brush and just go boom. Do you know what I mean? Drag anyway, we've got to paint for the back row. So obviously you'll look at this and you'll be like, oh god, that's a lot of makeup, that is a lot. And yeah, it is a lot. But from afar, do you know what I mean? You never look at a drag queen, we're never like, hi, how are you? You alright, love? Now, we're right the way back, Joe, bright lights, face matters, and we're like, hi, you okay? So obviously, we have to paint completely different to your average, like, everyday paint. I'm just popping this. I really love it when, like, shadows come into the brow here. So I've just took that orange shade. I have a shade where it comes down and back up. Very Marie Antoinette. Like, I love it. It's very editorial, high fashion. Come up, down, back up. Then I'm gonna go into like this mustard yellow shade. Pop that roughly just a little bit higher than the like the very edges of that orange. I'm just going to just diffuse it in. It's very sunset eyes, this. That's what I'm going for. I do my makeup completely different to most people too. I know a lot of people that like do their face and the creams first and then come back to the eyes. That's not me. I don't like to do that. I like to come to the eyes, do the face, come back to the eyes. I just get the main shadows down first and then taking a big brush, just soften it all up. Make sure that it is seamless. Okay, so that pink is not gonna be the most vibrant. Last time I played with it was very vibrant, but I think on a bigger scale I need a more vibrant colour. So I do have this individual eyeshadow by Piere Rene. It doesn't say a colour, but it's this neon, like neon pink. This is like when you want a pink eyeshadow, honey, this is what you go for. Then I'm just gonna take a NYX number 16 brush like this. It's a like a round pointed shadow brush. Poke it in. And I'm just going to place this. See now, instantly placing this where we've placed that pink previously. Do you mean you do get what you pay for? So just always remind that. But all the other shades I love. It's just that pink is not pink enough for me. It just diffuses away. So I'm just popping this back into the socket, and then I am going to take that big brush and just diffuse nice circular motions like so, like that. That's better, so much better. That's what I wanted. Okay, now I'm going to take this flatter brush and I'm going to go into the pink palette, and I'm going to start off with this purple. Just like so, really load it up on the brush. I'm going to start deepening the outer portion of the eye. This is quite a pink based purple. And I just like poke like that and stamp like so, and then taking a huge brush like so and just diffuse it out a little. I like to leave the outer portion quite harsh, if you will. Where is this brush by? Doesn't even say. Okay, now is when we come in with black. So I'm going to go into this NYX palette. You've all seen this on my channel before. On a Sample Beauty brush. Doesn't say what number. Oh, wait, no, it's been worn out. Just a tiny little tea-towel brush. Load up. Oh, finally just hit pan, guys. That shadow I've had for years. And I'm just going to pack this on the outer portion of the eye. And just winging it out a little. Imagine like a line coming through like this. Blended it out and just into the crease a little bit. So I'm just gonna carry on doing that. I'm just taking it into the new crease, the socket, and this is just gonna just slowly start. Like I said, I like to keep this bit quite harsh, because it just gives it that little lifting effect. It does close off your eyes a little bit. That's why white or beige eyeliners do become really a necessity for the Elle Chanel face, because I love to rebuild the face. So obviously right now I have rebuilt the eye, and I am fooling others, rich man, to think that, you know, these are my eyes, darling. I have just had these microbladed, these brows that are 100% natural. So I'm just taking this into the crease a little, but mainly focusing it out like so. I like, because even though I love bright colours in the eyes, I love it still to look sultry, so we need that good black shadow in there, girl, just a bit. So obviously, and then eyeliner does take up most of my lid. Jane, to be a drag queen, well, honey, we love eyeliner. We probably go through tubs of it in a year. But yeah, Okay, so now it's to clip the lid, which I know everyone, and not everyone, but most people struggle with this. I take the same concealer to the face, do a little dot on the back of my hand, I load up a round concealer brush. This brush, ever since I've got it, not ever had a bad cut crease since. And I start by drawing, it's been a while since I've done cut crease, guys. Just do a dot on both eyes to where I want literally like this cut crease to begin. And I'm following, to begin with, I'm following my natural crease. I do have slightly hooded eyes, so this is how I do it. I follow my natural crease a little, which is a funny shape, my crease. Just like that. And as you can see, this hardly does anything. So I look up, like that. It hasn't printed, it never really does. And now I'm just going to just round it off a little bit more. Best thing about having a rounded brush to do this is because it's rounded, you get that shape really easily. And because I've loaded up the brush, I can just go around both ways and cut an Aucion eye. Like I said, I come up and then I swoop back down. So now I've got this shape here, I'm just gonna feather it in, just like that. Oh, honey, she's stunning. Load up the brush again. This is probably the bit where it takes most practice, but once you have it, there's no stopping you. And I'm just bringing up this area. I'm quite quick now when it comes to my makeup. I do it now like hour and a half, my full face now. I don't like 10-15 minutes to get dressed, like it's really quick. But when I first started doing my drag makeup, it used to take me absolute hours, darlings. Okay, so now I've got that, I like to set it. So I'm just going to take a brush, any brush, doesn't matter what kind, they all do the same thing, really. And just take in our translucent powder, set it. Like so. Just like that, just set it. If anything's foul, just go in, neaten it up. And then I'm just going to take that black eyeshadow, whatever that brush, take the black eyeshadow that's on the brush, marry it a little bit with the eyeshadow, go around the crease a little, just add that depth back in. And then taking a tiny, tiny, tiny little brush, I'm going to take this little pencil brush and just do this. Just run it along really quickly, just to diffuse that edge a little bit. And then I just need a little bit more right here. Like so. Okay, now for eyeliner. Wrong one. Kevyn Aucion. Staple. Can we support Kevyn Aucion now? Like, I love her products. Not her personally, I don't stand up what she does or what she stands for, but her products, we've got her in bed, they are bomb. Down for the drag queens, come on girls. So I'm just gonna put my liner on. I follow, if I just look at you a little, like see it just below this crease in my eye, I'm just gonna follow that, just below it. Arched it up be careful to not go too much and take too much off. The amount of times I have done that is unreal. So I'm just going to take this like creamy coloured flash nude eyeliner and just really get this vigorously in the waterline just to make them pop a little bit. She's a woman, like, honey. This will all come together once I've got lashes on and the face is painted. At the minute I'm looking a bit creepy. So, first off, colour correction. Wrong thing, that's a concealer. That would have been funny. I take the same orange County and then just do a few little dots just where I've got a few little blue tones, if you will. And I'm just going to take the same brush that I used to blend out the ones on my brows. I'm just going to blend it in to the skin. Because all that this does, I highly recommend you do this if you have high blue pigmentation in the skin. And it literally just gets rid of the, counteracts the blue tinge in the skin. So when you put foundation or makeup over it, it just doesn't come through. And because I'm a man, believe it or not, I get it all here. I don't get as much here, I get a little bit. I don't get it here. I don't grow facial hair there yet. Do you know, nearly 20 years of age and still don't have a full beard yet, but one day I'm just going to just finger it like that, and then just take in like a big buffer brush, just make sure that it's all like pounced into the skin. As you guys know, I used to shave off my eyebrows, and if I ever get back into like doing drag as like a full-time career, like I did, I would shave them off completely all over again. It was like my best time ever. I loved it. Don't forget to do a little bit under here. She's a woman. Okay. Powder puff is a drag essential. Powder. Set this, because it will mix in with your foundations, your concealers, the lot. And I find this actually, I think these low pores, it minimalizes the shape of pores, which it is an essential, like, to the amount of drag makeup we wear as a base. I like to highlight first and then contour and then go back in with highlight. And I have two concealers I use. I have the Revolution Hydrate and Conceal in C0.5, and then the Revolution Infinite in C1, so this is half shade darker. So I just take this and just, this is the brighter one of the two. So I put more of this one on. Oh, we're running a little low on hair. I'm gonna have to pick up a new one of hair soon. Up the bridge nose a little, the chin, and a little bit in the centre of the forehead. I do go over the, once I've fixed the brows, and go under the brow with it. And then C1, I just, as you can see, this is more of a yellow undertone. Just put this on the outer rim of the that concealer, just so it's got something to blend onto. And I use this just under the jaw, like so. And just a little dot on the forehead. And then I use a brush. Some people use beauty blenders. I found a brush, I get a bit more coverage, so I use this. And we're just gonna pounce and stipple it under, like so. Don't get me wrong, once. Now, time to contour. Well, cream liquid contouring. Kevyn Aucion Essential Skin Enhance, the same one we use for our brows. Take a little bit on a brush. Make sure it is high. My cheekbones here, up here. Don't follow, like follow the bone, but just bring it higher up. Nose, pinch the nose. I don't like a full, like, drag nose. Not gonna lie, not my style. Just go onto the chin. A tad bit more. Chin and jaw. Eliminate. By jaw, we don't know her. Take it away. Double chin. Who's she? We don't know. Okay, now forehead. The little bit of forehead I've got left. Just on the outer perimeter. Just like so. This is, because obviously this is a really pigmented, like, cream contour. Well, it's a concealer, so it adds a lot of coverage. But that's why I do go back in with the concealer afterwards, because you do lose a little bit of that cleanness. So obviously you've got to go back in. I like to just soften it with like a little foundation brush like this, just to like push it in and stipple, and then I go over top with a actual like big foundation stippling brush. So it just softens it, not 100%, it just makes it a little bit easier when it comes to actually blending this in. Blend it on neck. Down the bit sides of the nose. Like so. The forehead. Be careful not to get too close to the brows, because we will probably lose the brow. I put a little bit too much up there. See, we all make mistakes. Everybody has those days. Then I'm just going to take my foundation brush, which is the Real Techniques buffing brush in just the buffing brush. And I'm just pouncing and stippling this into the skin. Just like this. Not adding a lot of pressure, but enough to like get it blended. And will I use our skin, or sitting there thinking, I'm not going out. We're not allowed out. So I am literally just doing this. Taking a few photos, maybe do a TikTok. If you don't follow me on TikTok, you should. It's Markus and I'm Do it. You'll live your best life. And I don't actually have that many followers. I have like not even 600 yet. But one of my videos literally at like 8k today views, and I was like, oh my god. And I'm more chuffed about it. I'm like, oh my god, I'm nearly 20 years of age. I thought I was getting a little bit too old for this, but clearly not. People love me. You love me. You really love me. Okay. Too much for drama. And then I'm just going to take this, just carve under the chin, the cheek, sorry. Clear a little bit on the forehead. Now I'm taking a powder puff with some powder, and I'm just going to set this mug in place. She ain't going nowhere, honey, for a good couple of days. Right in there, down the nose. Yeah, this is actually the bit where it's quite quick now. It doesn't take me much longer from here to get into the full fantasy. It literally is really quick. I don't let it sit there. I've got really dry skin, so I'm just gonna buff it in. Comes up with the Primark bronzer. Love this stuff. With like a big tapered brush. I'm just gonna follow the, oh, I'm gonna sneeze, no I'm not, the line, well not the lines, but the contours we've just done with the Kevyn Aucion. Do the version, go over the nose a little. I'm just gonna bronze up the whole face. Okay. And then contouring, just following the same stuff, so I won't show it like it's really repetitive, but I will come back when that's all done. I'm just following here. Start off with medium tone. I'll actually show you because I used to Shade&Light just really quickly. Going with this, and then on the very outer portions of the face, and just get a little touch of that, just to really deepen it up and suck everything right in. And then for the nose, use the fair shade. Just darken up the brows, and I took the white out concealer. Is it called white out or just white by Revolution, and cleaned up underneath the brow. So now we just need to finish the eyes and do the lips and highlight, but as long as we look like we can't breathe, that's fine. So at the minute I'm still looking a little bit cuckoo, just a little. So now I'm just going to put on the pink eyeshadow underneath the Piere Rene one, blend it out with a bit of orange white piece left. I'm just going to take some black eyeshadow and just focus on the outer portion of the eye. Try and not get it in your waterline. Just get as close to that lash line as possible. Just to tie it in and pull up so it matches up here. Just like that. Just take a small detail blending brush and just take a little touch of that black, just like a touch. And just smoke through. Just like that. And just put sides there. Put some white concealer underneath, just in that little space there, just to open up the eyes a little bit more, but keep it quite sultry. And I'll be back and I'll put some lashes on. Here you can see I've just put a little white line that comes in. I've just done coat mascara, so now we're going to do lips. I use this. This is my most used lip liner today, and it is Desert Sand by Primark. Hello, if you can see, and cut and chop. Like that. There's no right or wrong way really when you're overlaying your lips. Just drag, just do them big. And then for the top, I'm just going to draw a straight line that goes around the lip. With Electric G lipstick by Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and I'm nude in the centre, and I'm just taking my lashes, they're just drying at the moment, and I was just saying, don't put them on your lash line because it will make your eyes look quite heavy. Start off at the lash line, yeah, but angle them on an angle, like a 45-degree angle like this, and it's just going to open up the eyes and make you look so much more lifted. Highlighter, and I'm using Kevyn Aucion, the Neo Limelight in Ibiza Iridescent Glow. Love this thing. There's nothing that beats this at the minute for me. I am in love with it. So we're just gonna highlight. The final look with the pink hair. She's stunning. I did do my lashes off camera, and I did just pop on Anastasia lip gloss and Luna in the centre, and that literally completes the classic Elle Chanel look with the bitch brow, the Bratz lips. She is the Bratz doll meets a Barbie doll. Thank you so much for watching. I know this has been a little bit of a longer video, but thank you so much. Comment down below what would you like to see me do, if you would like to see me do anything next. I love you all. Stay safe, and remember, after all this craziness that's going on in the world right now, we can get through this. Just stay in, be happy, and let's work together. Bye guys.